Good day everyone, thank you for coming to the channel. Today I would like to showcase my Summon Druid. Now Summon Druid is not a very common build, but it exists. You know, it's kind of like the curse charms that for Necros that everyone just throws away. Like everybody throws away the summoning charm for Druids. But it is viable, it is different. I guess it kills slower too in a way, but it's a different game style, and just because it kills slower doesn't mean it's inferior, I think. So I wanted to kind of showcase this build, my gear, and the whole shebang. And so to start with my gear, I'm using Beast, and the only real thing that I care about is a level 9 fanaticism. However, the strength does kind of come into play, but I think I'll recommend that you make it from a lesser base, like a double axe. So the strength requirement is less, and everything is less. This one is on the higher side, but thankfully, like I'm able to accommodate that with my gears. So let me actually kind of show that off. Like, so if I start on equipping stuff, so these two are red, and everything else is equipable based on level. And right now I'm also using two strength charms, so that's plus 12 from there, and I'm sitting at around 62. So from like my charms and Annie's and all that, like I'm sitting at 62, and from here, like the first one, Mara goes on, and I'm at 67, and then my Helm goes on for 65 requirement, and then Enigma and the Beast. So please make sure you do your math on that, you don't want to die and like not be able to pick up your items. That'll be really sad. And if if it gets weird, like you can bug out and lose your items too, from what I heard. So please be careful. Anyways, my chest is Enigma, full plate mail. Only reason is because the visual pleasure I get. I think this looks nice on a druid. But please note, different armors have like a speed penalty. So like light armors, like mage plate, archon plate. And the reason why people like it is because it's it's like the fastest, so it gives you no penalty. But archon plate is high defense too, so you gotta like kind of consider that if you want. But for me, I just agree to stick to the visual look. And then my helm is the druid class helm, and I didn't up it. And the reason why is just like I showed you earlier, where like because of the 65 strength requirement, I'm able to put on my gears. Whereas if you up it, I believe it becomes like 116, no, 115 or something. So it's too high. Then I won't be able to equip rest of my gears. Hence, I need to put points in the strength. So that's something to consider. And I put an rune in here because my fire resist. See, like this is 11, and if I take it off, I'm at 64. So yeah, with rune, I'm like perfectly there. I had a charm rune in here, but no, I switched to rune. I think it's kind of up to you, not a biggie. And for my Ami, I'm using the 30 Mara. And at 35 FCR Monarch Spirit. And my FCR currently sits around, it breaks certain breakpoints. Let me see here real quick on my other screen. There's a druid one-hand swinging weapon. So I have like 42 and 63. So let's do the math real quick. So I have 35. Okay. Arach. So 55, 75. So I guess I'm breaking the 63. Yeah. Yeah, druids have like different no, I'm sorry, that was FHR. Oh, FCR. Okay, it's 40 and 63. So I'm breaking the 63. Next one is 99. So yeah, I'm breaking the 63 FCR with this. Okay. Anyways, to continue on, I'm using a 15-15 track and 2 BK rings. You could swap it with SOJ. The biggest thing is just the plus skill. This build is so plus skill reliant. So you want to stack on as much as possible. And Arach showed earlier, same thing, plus skill, best caster build anyone else. And I'm using Mage Fist. I guess you could use like Triangle's glove, which gives a cold resist if you like. But I like the mana regen, so I opt to go with this one. And then for my charms, Druid Summoning with Lifers. And then, yeah, these two with strength. And on the bottom, I'm carrying a life mana. And yeah, some, fire resist, right? Because spirit doesn't give fire resist. So I'm trying to, go have golden max res and all that. And on a swap, I'm using a 5/6 CTA and a trash bow spirit. And for my stats wise, it was all into bit. I didn't put anything into strength, nothing into dex, all into here. And then for my talents, like there are a couple variations that I think is possible, but the core of the build probably are these three. These three are immovable, like can't argue. Without this, you're just not a summoner. And for me, I go 1 point up to Solar Creeper because they're just 1 point wonder to me. This one and this one. If you need mana, pop this one. If you need life, pop this one. Just, I think it's just 3 points investment into here. I think it's just, just so worth it. And for my, spirit, there's a way you could go with Oak Sage and you could go to Heart of Revelry. Obviously with this you get more life, more attack. Either isn't necessarily wrong, but it would change the feeling in the game style. And obviously I chose with more damage. And I also am trying to max out Raven right now as I level. And yeah, I guess, when you have 5 Ravens around and then, Bear or 3 Wolves with your Merc, you kind of feel like a summoner, you know what I mean? But, versus like a Necro Summoner who can summon like, over like 60 stuff, like, yeah, it's not that crazy, but still, it's a very fun build to play. And like some of the ways that you can play, I think, is here. Like I think 1 point into Arctic Blast just to put a skill into here. So if you had it, Arctic Blast would be here. Then I think, for me at least, like when I swap, this is to me is an indication that this is on my, CTA side. So for me, like having some sort of a placeholder on the primary is kind of important. And this one was pretty fun. Like you just hold on to it, it just slows things around. It was a pretty nice CC. 1 point, And another way, I guess, would be to take advantage of the beast, which gives me the 3 werebear, and then go on to Shockwave. So I had to put 1 point in here, although I already have it from beast. But just to go down to here. I think Shockwave is another 1 point wonder. It's a really nice CC. And when you're going to bear, you get more life and all that. So I opt to go with this one. And I think this is viable too. But I wouldn't do both. I would say one or the other. But I chose to kind of take advantage of my beast and continue with that. And then for my mercenary, I'm using a Reaper's Toll with Burr. And because I have the fanaticism, yeah, with my setup, like he's swinging at 4 frames per second, which is like the fastest ever. You can't get faster than that. And this is like 239 enhanced damage, just 1 off perfect. I don't care about the life leads as much, it's not too bad. And then I'm using Treachery. So yeah, attack speed, FHR, fade. Pretty, standard, nice, offensive and defensive. Although the offensive benefit doesn't necessarily show on the paper, but the speed, right? So I proc Decryfy faster and more. And I'm using G-Face. What else? Just G-Face is too good with attack speed and enhanced damage duel. So with this, I'm hitting a 60 increased attack speed with Thrasher, fastest base on a bird. So this is probably like the deadliest setup that I could think of for Act 2 mercenary physical setup. So yeah, that's the kind of the whole shebang. And I have a cow here, so let me run cow and sanctuary and Bale just to kind of show you the gameplay. So buff up, start summoning, and let me go ahead and play with the bear first. It's like wolves and bears, yeah, it's very different. Anyways, right here, yeah, you see the the proc, and when it procs, the enemies take 50% more physical damage too, along with chance to remove immunity. So it's just really nice all around ability. I mean, weapon. What's this? Was this something? No, it's trash. Okay, so that's the king is dead, but I don't care because I have certain tunes that I never kill kings with, and they just keep resummoning the game for me. So I don't care that this tune cannot summon anymore, since I will always have a couple tunes that could summon the Kaoru. So yeah, you know, you just kind of go around like this. You find your mob, and then go into bear and start your CC, right? So with the, you know, Reaper's Toll proc, you know, it slows them physically as well. And then you have your stun, and you stun them for like really long duration. And according to the build, it says like what, 12.4 seconds. That's really long for one, you know, ability. So you just kind of like, you're playing a support role. The main damage will come from your mercenary, and then support damage will be your summon, and then you're playing this, you know, CC support role to, you know, support your mercenary. So on my mercenary right now, he's, you know, as high as like going about 8.3k on the max damage. Oh, and he's also a might merc. What else? You know, I want to maximize that damage. So 8.2 is definitely not bad. It's definitely not bad. And because of the burr that gives him additional 20% crushing blow, and you know, from the helm, right, I get what, 35, I believe. Yeah. So that's like what, 55%. So 1 out of 2 chance that he will just, you know, crush and blow. So that's really nice as well. And along with the damage and everything. So it's not like, you know, Javijons, you know, just lightning furying shit around, or sorceress, you know, just raping everything. But I think it provides a different kind of game style and play. And yeah, I think it's enjoyable in its own way, you know. It's not like crazy fast, but you know, you play your support role, you support your, you know, summons and your merc, and trying to kill stuff, you know. And like another way to, I guess, go about this is a completely different setup on a mercenary. Like you put a pride on a merc, and then like Bramble for the 21, you know, level 21 Thorn, and I guess the helm could be Andy for the life leech. And you know, you just like try to maximize your summons abilities. So like, you know, you try to like max out on the bear damage instead of the mercenary damage. And I tried that way too, but yeah, I prefer this way. Like, you know, as you guys may know, I'm a Reaper's Toll lover. I own like, I don't know how many I own, but I got a lot of melee tunes, and like almost all my melee tunes have Reaper's Toll. It's just, there's nothing better, I think. You know, just a lot of situations, Reaper's Toll is just really nice. So, you know, I try to like always, you know, get Reaper's Toll in so many ways. And like right now, if you see, yeah, it's, look at that stun and the proc and things die, you know. Again, it's not like crazy fast, but it's not like crazy slow, and it is definitely viable. So yeah, just, you know, just kind of go around from time to time. It's like, oh, you know, today I want to just kind of like let my pets do the killing, you know. Oh, but yeah, like different style with the pride. Like one thing I didn't like pride does the freeze effect, and when it dies, when the mobs die, you know, it just kind of like doesn't leave a corpse. And I didn't think it would matter that much, but in a way it did, because my like the vines had less bodies that they could suck on. So that was a little bit like, oh, okay, it's not helpful. And when I had like wolves out, you know how like wolves, like this wolf, yeah, dire wolf, like their damage, you know, goes up, you know, according to the description when they eat corpse. But you know, when my mobs die and doesn't leave a corpse because of the prize of freeze effect, then yeah, I kind of did notice that like there are times when my wolves didn't have the, you know, the plus damage effect from eating the corpse. So you kind of, you know, I didn't like that. And yeah, look at it, but in the end, you know, Reaper's Toll, right? How can you go wrong with that, you know? Just Reaper's Toll is just too nice. Like, I don't know what you guys gonna say or think, but I love Reaper's Toll. Okay, so I'm like almost done with the cow room. This is a single room. And if it were like, I don't know, 8 men, definitely it wouldn't be this fast. It would take longer. But nevertheless, I think, you know, it'd be just, you know, nice and just enjoyable. Just go around and kill stuff, you know? Just take time. So yeah. One thing I might want to try is maybe get Oak Sage on this. Maybe like, you know, maybe I may feel like I have enough damage. But, yeah, I can't say no to damage. I don't know. I just, you know, you like seeing high numbers. Everybody likes seeing high numbers. Although, like, you know, Grief, you know, you'll never see that plus damage on the sheet. And I kind of don't like that. I don't know if people ever cover that. Like, you know, are they gonna change? Are they gonna show? Because I know on Resurrection, like, some of the stuff that, some of the, you know, changes are some of these quality of life changes, right? You know, it will show some stats in game that they don't show on the, you know, on the live server right now. And those were like statistical stuff from what I remember, like it was like MF rating or like your damage reduction and stuff like that. Like, yeah, game will show you that. So I'm kind of curious if they will show you this too. Yeah, but if they will show you MF percentage, you know, it's kind of like that. When you play the single player, they have that the bot. What you call it? Yeah, what you call it? I forgot. Yeah, Debronsky, you know, that streamer always talks about it. Pluggy, yeah, Pluggy, that's what it is. But anyways, that was the cow room. And let me go ahead and go to Diablo now. And I guess another thing that I ran into trouble running Pride was the physical immunes. Like, at least this one, most of the time, I can kill all the physical immunes. I mean, there are sometimes I can't. The difference is because Decrefy is only 50% reduction, whereas like, for example, Amplify from Necro is 100% reduction. So, you know, if the target is immune to physical, like if you amp it, from my understanding, it will guarantee removal of the immunity. But Decrefy is not guaranteed, but it's most of the time. So, you know, I guess that's the kind of difference because, you know, like amp doesn't slow down the targets. But yeah, look at that. Look at the CC from the proc, right? It's really helpful. Ooh. What is this? Heavy belt? The trend rules? I don't know. I don't care. I don't want that. So, yeah, just, you know, teleport, going to bear. So my life, as you can see, is like 6.2, which isn't too bad. And on the helm, you know, I think if you have those, you know, rare like 5 or like 6 grizzly, like rare blue with, you know, good supporting stats, yeah, I think that's viable to use too. But nevertheless, you know, the druid's a class helm, Jalalar, I guess, Jalalar's main, it's still good. I mean, it gives you strength. And also for me, as you guys saw, like it helps me complete my equipment so that I don't have to spend points into strength, so that I can dump that into life. So, you know, those were important factors that I consider. And just the high resist, it comes with 30. And now with Unrune, you know, I'm running 45 with it. So without it, like, yeah, I'll be losing a lot of resist. So, you know, I think you can't go wrong with this, with Helm. And also in addition, you know, I'm kind of taking advantage of the shape-shifting part, right? Like going into Bear and doing the Shockwave. So it complements with the Beast as well. So, but if you don't, you know, have like, I mean, if you have those like crazy, you know, 5 Grizz or 6 Grizz helm, by all means. But if you don't trip. This helm's good enough. I mean, if you had like more skill, definitely that would be more damage. But let me see. Yeah, so if I had that helm, my Grizz would be like at 47. Right now it's at 43. You know what? Let me rebow. How about if I rebow? Oh, it's at 45. Okay, you know what? Here, let me resummon. Oh, you know what? Here, let me do the let me do the dogs now. Let me. Okay. That should be it. Did they already eat the corpse? I don't think so. Anyways, let's go. And one thing that was good with the Oak Sage was that because of the life boost, like these pets literally just, I mean, nobody ever died. Like I was sitting at like 10k life in bear form with that. And you know, I can't see the life of like my pets and all, summons and all, but still, you know, I figure it must be really high, right? Because of the Oak Sage effect. Oh yeah, I should get some more ravens out. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if you like this kind of like, I guess, different game style. And it's really rare. Like, yeah, sorry. So as I was saying, yeah, nobody really plays this, or not a lot of people know. I know there's like a guide on D2JSP, but yeah, I have never seen a summoning druid on US West at least. If you are, let me know. It's a rare build, but I guess because of its uniqueness, you know, it's kind of fun playing it too. Okay. Ooh, wow. Get away from those. They can still kill you. Okay. Wow. Okay. Just stun them. Maneuver around. Find your space. Ooh, okay. But yeah, it's not too bad, I think. You know, the wolves are doing their things, and you know, my merc is doing his thing. So it's really like kind of like complementary to each other. You know, my merc's Reaper's Toll proc helps to do more damage overall, and then you know my Vine is, I'm like sucking life or mana depending on what I need from my Vine. And you know, just things are kind of like, you know, as I stun them too, right? And they just stand there with the, you know, the Reaper's Toll proc, and my pets just go at him with my merc still ranking at him at like 4 frames per second. Yeah, it kind of like really builds up on top of each other, I think. And once it kind of like builds up and like, you know, it's at high peak, like running what it's supposed to do, you know, it's not bad. So here's Diablo. Let's see. Let me just like, yeah, just teleport on top, make sure. Okay. So yeah, here I got nothing to do. I just stand and watch. Ooh, okay. He didn't drop me anything nice. No problem. Okay, so that was Diablo. Now let me go ahead and run. We'll teleport to Bale. And before I do that, let me also make a quick stop right here. Why not, right? It's like 20 seconds, I think. And everything's dead. Okay. Sure. Let's go bottom. Okay. Okay, nothing good. Now let's go to Vale. As you see, you just like teleport around and then, you know, just go into the bear, which provides you extra life and, you know, defense boosters. And they just, you know, stun. And then your pets will do their thing and things start falling down. It's not like that slow either, I think. And I think, you know, the big thing is the weapon. You gotta get beast. There's just no ifs and buts. Your, you know, mercenary, I think your mercenary being the main damage doer is better, I think. Like I was saying about Pride, like I wouldn't recommend it. I didn't like it, but yeah, you guys can give it a try too. Like with Pride, you know, like I have a video in the like early days that I made about my Gangster Necro. And on my Gangster Necro, you know, it's that logic where like I'm trying to boost like my minions, my summons, like ability as much as possible through like Pride or Infinity. Actually, yeah, I'm using Infinity right now because of the Corpse Explosion. But yeah, he's using a Bramble on a Mercenary. And that's what's, you know, helping like the reflection damage. It's like, you know, my Necro has like over 60 summons. And so, yeah, when all of that reflects back, like, it hurts. It's like them, right? You see them on the ground. Ooh, a Gargoyle head. It could be, ooh, wow, I'm pretty full on my inventory too. Yeah, I'm always looking for, you know, a few things, especially for my Poison Nova Necro. Every time I see one of those pieces, I will always pick it up. I don't care what. And I'm sorry, this is level, you know, TC 85, like, just always my habit to clear. I didn't have to clear, but I'm just clearing. Yeah, I guess it kind of showcases the, you know, the playstyle more as well. Ooh, let me get more. But if you see, my wolves never died once. I never had to resummon my wolves. So that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing. I guess he's up there. Okay, let me use the well. Okay. Oh, yeah? What the hell? Oh, okay, it's down here. Okay. Yeah, let me just run to Bale now. Okay, there we go. Ah, but when I see something like that, yeah, okay. I just can't resist. I don't know, just when you see a pack with like a, you know, like a leader, you know, you say, oh my god, he could draw something nice. Okay, I'm at level 3. And you know what? Ooh, lucky. Right away I found it. So I was gonna say, I'm kind of like, you know, running low on mana. So I was gonna like, ooh, I lost my bow. It's kind of dangerous, oh my god. Okay, that should be fine now. Okay. No problem, teleport. Okay. Oh, jewel. Oh, I'm pretty full, huh? Oh, more stuff here. Now I just stun and let my pets go at it. Yeah. Greater Talons. I believe Greater Talons is the fastest claw base. Ah, yeah, no, it's not what I... Let me just see. Sometimes it's something decent. Or something, yeah, I could use. Ooh. Look at these guys, huh? They have the fanaticism. Ooh, another jewel. Ooh. So, this kind of jewel. Okay. Check it out later. Now, just teleport around. Okay, there we go. Oh, guys, just stay here. Okay. Pretty nice. Now let's get out. So yeah, overall, you know, this is a kind of the game style that you could expect to experience when you play this build. And I think there are other things that you might be able to tweak. Maybe like change the boots to something else. Maybe, you know, World Travelers for more MF. But talent wise, like I said, you know, these three are critical. But other stuff, I think you can play around. I would recommend these three investment, no doubt. But maybe here, maybe you can change that. Maybe you don't have to get Raven. You could get something else. Maybe you get more, you know, Shockwave. So I think it's open to your interpretation. But like I said, the three, you know, the bear and the 2 wolves, yeah, you gotta max those out. That's like, it's just, you know, you can't debate that. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So, you know, there's a lot of things going on, right? I'm CCing, the weapons proccing, Reaper's Toll, and then the Ravens are doing their thing, blinding them and reducing their like damage and damage reduction, I believe. So it's a lot of things going on at once. And again, like, it builds on top of each other. And I think that's what makes it enjoyable, when you see all that happening and mobs dying. Okay. Alright, it's almost dead. Ooh, ooh, interesting. This is, yeah. Wow. Like so many things. That's trash. Yeah, let me just pick some of these up. Okay. Trash. Uh-oh. It's the last one. Let me... Okay, here. Then... It's sometimes like, yeah, when your chest is too full, it's a little bit inconvenient like that. And let me just ID all these real quick before I finish. Nah, this isn't that good. But if you get a perfect one, it's like 1k on D2JSP. But perfect being life stolen, enhanced damage, strength, and then life after kill. All those 4 have to be perfect. So it's pretty damn rare. Let me see my other stuff real quick. Oh, this might... I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so that was the overall playstyle with the Summoner Druid. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and have a good one.